Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not just talking, he does have what it takes to go far in his career. He is smart, hardworking, and serious about his goals, so you'll find him putting in the effort even when no one is watching. You can count on him to keep moving forward, even if his progress is slow and steady rather than flashy.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he stays calm and doesn't get easily rattled. He won't shout or panic, and you won't see him lose his temper. He manages stress in a silent, steady way. He bends, but he won't break.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually respect him for his intelligence, manners, and hardworking nature. He's not the type to pick fights or create drama, and you won't find him raising his voice or being rude to others. Overall, he builds quiet respect rather than loud popularity.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he'll quietly feel proud of you, not jealous or threatened. He believes in hard work and achievement, and your success fits well with his own values. He won't compete with you or try to put you down. Instead, he'll respect your efforts from the sidelines.
What if you start earning more than him?
He is unlikely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. His sense of self isn't tied to out earning others, and he's comfortable with his own efforts and career journey. He's steady and calm, so you won't have to worry about hurtful comments or sulking.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't wild with money, but he's also not the most organized when it comes to keeping track of every rupee. He works hard and knows the value of what he earns, so he'll usually think before spending on something big or unnecessary. He won't waste money on showy things, but you may need to check in with him about planning or budgeting together.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. You won't find him showing off or trying to impress others with expensive things or flashy behavior. He prefers quality and beauty in simple ways, but he doesn't spend just to keep up with anyone.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is polite and treats people with respect. But when it comes to showing kindness or being openly generous, he can hold back a bit. He's not the type to give away money easily or go out of his way to help unless he really feels it's needed. You might wish he was warmer or more giving at times.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is generally straightforward about money and not the kind to play games or hide things from you. He isn't controlling, nor will he make you feel trapped with finances. He believes in fairness and respects your independence, making things calm and clear, not secretive or tight fisted.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes in being fair and respectful, so he doesn't see housework as only your job. While he might not be the most organized or tidy person, he won't expect you to do everything by yourself. He won't insist on old fashioned rules, but he might overlook messes here and there.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He won't just stand by and supervise, he will actually pitch in with chores and help with things like diapers if you ask him. However, he might not always notice what needs to be done on his own since he isn't the most orderly person. With a little direction, he'll be a real partner, not just an observer.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the type to argue just to prove he's right. Instead, he listens quietly, even if he doesn't always show big emotions or say much in response. If a disagreement comes up, he avoids loud fights and prefers to keep things calm.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and doesn't lash out with hurtful words or aggressive actions. He tends to keep his feelings inside rather than exploding or shouting. Instead of creating fights or making you feel bad, he will step back to calm down.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, this is not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He is calm and steady, and it takes a lot to really upset him. So, you're not ignoring any obvious red flags about anger here.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility when he's wrong, though he might do it in a quiet way rather than with big speeches. He isn't the type to blame you just to save his own pride. He values fairness and respects you, so he'll try to make peace rather than play the blame game.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no truly means no. He values fairness and is polite by nature, so he's not going to pressure or push you when you set a limit. If you say you're uncomfortable or need space, he may step back quietly rather than argue or question your choice. You can feel safe knowing he respects your words and choices and he wants you to feel heard and comfortable in the relationship.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he's not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He understands that everyone has their own feelings and needs, and he won't make you feel guilty or rejected for saying no. He respects your comfort and boundaries and doesn't see your no as a reflection on him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and respect. He is not the type to use your vulnerabilities against you or say hurtful things about your private life, even during arguments. He values trust and privacy, so what happens between you stays between you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He takes commitment seriously and values trust in a relationship. Even if he isn't always openly romantic, he stays true and steady in his loyalty.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not overpossessive or the type to act jealous, controlling, or always suspicious. He is steady and secure in himself, so he doesn't feel the need to watch your every move or question your friendships. He respects your independence and trusts you without needing to control you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, for him, being protective does not mean he's controlling. If he cares for you, he shows it through quietly looking out for your well being. not by setting strict rules or limiting your freedom. Instead, he offers support and safety when it's needed and trusts you to handle your own choices.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and doesn't expect you to do everything alone. While he might not always spot what needs to be done on his own, he is willing to step up if you talk things through together. He isn't lazy or uninterested, he just isn't always the first to notice problems.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't yell or get angry easily, even when things go wrong. Instead, he'll likely become quiet and try to handle the situation with patience.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He respects your independence and understands that you have your own goals and dreams outside of just family life. He won't expect you to give up your identity or only focus on the children.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will support your career now, but later ask you to quit once you have a child. He respects your independence and values what you do, both at work and at home. His support may be quiet rather than loud, but it is steady and genuine.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents politely and with respect, but it may not always feel warm or deeply affectionate. He naturally keeps his emotions more private, so his kindness might show up in thoughtful gestures and careful manners rather than big displays of affection. With time, his quiet respect can build into a comfortable, trusting relationship. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and try not to make things worse. He isn't the type to start fights, raise his voice, or create a scene. Sometimes he may become quiet or distant instead of speaking up right away, but he won't add fuel to the fire.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he is not the kind of man who is modern with you, but suddenly expects you to become a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values honesty and fairness and won't want you to pretend or put on a show just to please others. With him, you can be yourself in private and in public.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you rather than staying out of it or siding with his family. He may not take a loud or dramatic stand, but you will feel his steady presence and calm backing. He doesn't like fights or big scenes, so his support may be gentle and private, but it is genuine.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy in the sense that he always puts his mother's wishes above yours. While he respects his parents and wants to keep peace, he is capable of standing up for you when it matters. Over time, his loyalty and quiet backing will make you feel secure, even if he handles things softly.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he will not share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and respects the boundaries of your relationship. His loyalty is to you and the life you are building together, not to airing your struggles to others.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man means living with someone who is steady, hardworking, and quietly supportive. Your days will have a calm, predictable rhythm. He isn't one for drama or sudden changes.